Hi, welcome to Endless Comic Book Show. I'm Chris, this is Emily, and as usual we're coming to you live from downtown Newcastle, Indiana. And we're here to tell you what the best and the worst is this week. Unfortunately, we don't have King Larfleeze with us.
Thank goodness.
So anyway, let's begin. We want to tell you we're not affiliated with IDW, DC Comics, Marvel.
Dark Horse, Kaboom, and I can't think of any more.
Well, none of those guys. So here we go. Some of the best of the week. Harvest number 1.
Wait, what's that?
It's about organ transplants and stuff. Bad doctors and evil things. But anyway, it's a good book. And it's a little mature, so you don't want the kids grabbing this one. Comes to the expected end. Storylines. It comes to the expected end. Storyline's good. Art's good. You need to get this. Earth 2. Number 4. Yeah, number 4. One of the best books of the week. Why? Solomon Grundy. 2. The Atom. You need to be reading this book, kids.
I might
it's
read
good.
this. I'll put that over for me later.
You got Al Pratt, who is now the new Atom in this book, and he's no nonsense. And his shape-changing powers, well, are a little different than the Ray Palmer size-changing powers.
There you go.
Cool. Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you. It's cool. I liked it. It's a good book. And him and Hawkgirl in their past, there's something there. And it's really cool how that James Robinson, yeah. James Robinson has actually picked into that, or got into that.
So is it only Hawkgirl, no Hawkman?
No, I ain't seen Hawkman.
Oh, that's pretty weird.
And I'm probably forgetting something, but it's cool. I'm sure that there's probably some allusion to Hawkman in there. Now let's go to Action Comics number 12.
Wait, that's the first?
Huh?
That's number 1?
Well, I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, these are all good books this week, and I really had a hard time picking out the good books. But, of course, I also had a hard time picking out the bad books, too. But we know what those are going to be.
Pretty obvious.
If you watch this show before, you know where we're going. So, anyway, this has the new Captain Comet in it, Adam Blake, who is, basically taking over he's basically trying to take over the world. It's, I'm not enthused with this Captain Comet because I like Captain Comet, but it also shows us Susie, who's I don't think's been around. Susie, Lois Lane's niece, who I don't think's been around since the 40s. I know her and Mxyztplk used to kind of like pal around together. But then I've also noticed, or also in Action Comics, you have, Mxyztplk coming back at the end.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, or Mxyztplk, whatever you want to call him. He's coming. Yeah, I like to say Larfleeze backwards sometimes too. But anyway, this book right here is really pure gold. It really is, and it goes back to the Superman mythos, and every time you start reading these, little bits and pieces, more and more, keep coming out. Grant Morrison is a fabulous writer, and nothing. There is, it should speak volumes to people when you've got things like the psychic bullets that that he uses on Superman, or Captain Comet's going to use on Superman. That it's going to instill fear in him for the rest of his life, and it's just pure Morrison. I mean, it's great, and. The other thing was that I thought was interesting was they gave Superman a super memory back where he could go and read every book in the library and bam, he's performing surgery on Lois Lane. It's cool. I mean, it really is. Another great book this week, Red Lanterns. Why? Atrocitus. Atrocitus, I'm sorry.
Wow. You have the list.
Atrocitus, I know. Atrocitus. This man could give Darkseid a run for his money. This is probably one of the best characters that's been written in the past 10 years, possibly 20. Just a great character. And this book just keeps getting better and better. Especially, when you got Dexter, the cat, eating somebody's heart. That's pretty cool. I mean, it may not sound cool, but it is cool. Alright, now we come to our point 5 this week. The reason this is a .5, this would have been one of the best books of the week if it had better art. The artwork in this sucked so bad that if it wasn't for Roger Stern, I would have put it down. And that's the reason I'm giving it a 0.5. Roger Stern. Roger Stern is probably one of the best writers Marvel ever had. And they treat him like, and they give him artists like this. The story is great. It's a recap of Spidey's origin. Okay. But you give him the crappiest artist of all time to draw it. Okay. Marvel, you should be ashamed of yourself.
What's next?
Oh, now we come to the worst books of the week. How great. The first X-Men. Does anybody really care? Okay, it's another one of those books where, hey, we're getting the band together. Let's get everybody, let's team up. Okay. It's basically Wolverine and Sabretooth riding around on motorcycles. Okay, anyway, not just that, but even Neil Adams' artwork is lackluster in this. It's sad to look at this man who was one of the giants of the comic book industry and read this and say, wow, how did you get attached to this, Neil? This is terrible. The story, it's the same story you've seen a million times. Like I said, it's just, oh, let's get the band together, fellas. Who cares, okay? There's nothing new or exciting in this. And if you, seriously, serious, oh my God.
Which one do you want first?
I don't know, I better go to the next one because that'll give me a heart attack. I'm already, it's giving me an aneurysm now. Next we got Justice League International number 12.
Last issue.
The last issue. I wonder why. This book stunk.
So who died?
Rocket Red, did you really care?
Not really.
Yeah, exactly. Who cares? I mean,
I just wanted to know.
I mean, you know, the thing was, if Batman would have been more of a protagonist in this book, it would have probably went on a lot longer. The sad part is, when you've got, you know, people like the Justice League here, it isn't that great, you know. And Dan Jurgens' stories are terrible, and the art is spectacular, but the story is so bad, it's pathetic. Anyway, big thumbs down, and no wonder this book got canceled. It stinks. And now we come to the last, the bottom of the barrel, the worst of the worst. A versus X, round 9. What is wrong with people?
How's it went on that long?
I don't know, but it's the worst comic I've ever read in my life. And it just keeps getting worse. And people are eating this up. It's the worst comic out there. I'm sorry, people. This deserves to be just like Sonic Disruptors. End it. It's stupid. Anyway. Well, we'll be back after this. Bye.